What's up guys, R.A.Moreno here, and this will be my third official YouTube video. I'm going to be doing another different one where it's going to be a reaction video, and I know reaction videos are very popular nowadays, so or it's been popular for the last few years, so in this case I'm going to be reacting to one of my favorite YouTubers. His name is August the Duck. And we're not going to be watching it in its entirety because I don't want to get copyright strike. I'll leave the original video in the description below too. But the reason why I love August the Duck is because I love his commentary. He's very funny in my opinion, and he's also does a lot of research, which I appreciate. And the video we'll be watching will be about Nikocado Avocado, who's most of you might have heard of him. For those who don't know, he was a vegan violin player. Now he's like a mukbanger, and he just went through a downward spiral, and you know, it was sad to see throughout the years how he became. And the reason why I know about Nikocado Avocado was because of August the Duck, and then I went into to research Nikocado Avocado a little bit more. So but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get to it.
A few months ago, I made a video about Nikocado Avocado and how he needed some serious help. And I thought just maybe after that last video that he made that went viral about how he's getting fat and he doesn't know why, that there would be some sort of outcry from his fans, some call for him to get better, for him to change his ways. And well, that did not happen. Because just this week, yesterday actually, he released practically the same exact video, only much more pathetic than the last one, titled, "I'm gaining so much weight and now my clothes don't fit." And at this point, I am thoroughly convinced that there is no turning back to this guy. This is going to be what kills him. He is making way too much money for him to go back at this point. Just wait until I get to some of the figures that this guy is pulling from slowly killing himself in front of the camera. He has dug himself into such a deep hole that I actually think that he is starting to believe this whole act he's putting on. And like I said for my last video, if you actually watch his videos when he's not throwing a tantrum for the camera, he actually seems kind of smart sometimes. But I think that is genuinely degrading from the facade he has been putting on for so long.
August the Duck does bring up a good point though, and you know, if you do look past the tantrum and the copious amount of food that Nikocado eats, you gotta understand that some of it is like a play for him. And you know how like athletes, like best example is Muhammad Ali. He would trash talk his opponents, and granted it's a lot more tame now compared to nowadays, but back then you understand he came from a generation of he didn't backtalk, and that was unheard of when he was rhyming his trash talking. So Nikocado Avocado is smart in a sense that he says certain things and he does certain things, and it causes a lot of attention to go to him. That means more ad revenue for his videos and the shock value and the way he's been doing things in the last 2-3 years. So I will give him credit for that, but it's just a really bad habit of what he's gone through. I know he's lost a few pounds actually. I think he's lost like 90 to 100 pounds, which is good for him, but yeah, to me I'm worried about his health. So I'm gonna skip a little bit here. So
it's hanging everywhere. It's out of control. I can't even walk nowhere. There's just clothes hanging everywhere. And it's because I feel like a peasant having to, first of all, do my own laundry.
28 years old and complaining about having to clean up after himself after he soils everything he owns with grease and feces.
I am curious about his digestive tract. Like, I am curious to, like, you know, because like all that unhealthy food, you know, I'm not saying like health nut, but at the same time, if you're eating so unhealthy and I'm pretty unhealthy myself, but not to the extent of this. But you know, you gotta have some kind of balance in your life, you know. So I don't know, I am curious about his digestive tract though. I wonder how messed up it is.
Sheepers creepers, I've spent all this time playing around with my sheets. I had to wash them. You guys, it's so annoying having white. I mean, it's a luxury, yes it is, but it's also annoying because you have to spot clean, you have to air dry, you have to wash it every couple of days.
Now, I know that most people don't wash their sheets as much as they should, but if you have to wash your sheets every 2 days, then there is a bigger issue at play here. Probably the issue that we explored in my last video about Nikocado.
It comes out, it leaks out my dupa, Orlin, I'm in the bathroom.
And that's another thing. If I don't know how Orlin dealt with this, you know, I like I said, I would like to say most of this is like a play, like an act. But I felt so bad for Orlin when I started to watch more of his videos, man. But also, I feel bad for his neighbors too. I wonder what kind of crap they have to deal with. I mean, you know, I don't know how thick the walls are in their apartment, but you know, and also the amount of trash Nikocado Avocado accumulates, because you gotta understand, like, most of them might come in wrappers, but they also come in like bigger bags, and some of them come in cardboard packaging, so it's a lot. So I feel, man, I just gross to think of.
I can smell you from out here.
I smell better than you do.
No, you don't. It smells like fresh linens usually. It's Orlin's fault.
Your fault for giving me all this smelly food.
Can possibly be stressed enough.
Target.
Yeah, and he can shop wherever he wants. I mean, the guy makes so much money, and I will get into that later. But he makes so much. He's making such a good living on YouTube alone. If you would have told me even 10 years ago, so I'm 23, at 13, if you would have told me that if you made a YouTube channel and if, you know, we're dedicated, if you can make money off of it, you know, I would have laughed, because, you know, obviously like 10 years ago, 2013, YouTube was, you know, it was starting to get a lot better. Obviously, we have a completely different YouTube now, you know, so but I would have laughed 10 years ago even.
I only wear Walmart. This is water weight.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to be taking seriously anymore.
People in America don't do what they're supposed to do. It's a horrible American phenomenon. Doing things halfway.
Wow, that might just be the most tone-deaf criticism that I have ever heard in my entire life. Nikocado Avocado calling Americans lazy for doing things halfway, like what pays his bills isn't the laziest, shittiest, most overdone content on the entirety of YouTube.
This is not enough food.
What? This is not enough food? This is not enough food? I am losing my fucking mind here, guys.
I ordered onion rings and other stuff, and they're just not here.
Onion rings have no calories, Penny.
That's false. I looked it up earlier. Onion rings have 480 calories. You know, so I think it depends on where you also go, but it says on average 480 calories, so.
Okay, let's just pause for a moment and behold this ungodly amount of food.
I tried showing this to my stepdad, and he said that, and keep in mind, okay, so my stepdad's is an RN. He's seen things in the hospital. He was an EMT for a while, and this he can't watch, you know, and he's seen a lot of things in the hospital. The reason why he told me he can't watch this is because it's like self-destructive. It's just so gluttonous. And okay, and you guys have heard of the show Dr. Pimple Popper, right? And most people, at least the average person, can't watch that. Maybe some people will, but my stepdad has no problem watching it. He'll literally eat his meal watching the show, no problem. It won't disgust him. This is what disgusts him, and I don't blame him, because this is just too much. And I'm one of the most unhealthiest people you'll meet, but even this is too much. You know, I'll probably just eat one of the burgers, the fried, like a meal, burger, fries, and a drink, and that's it. This is just too much, man. Unless, like, if I ordered 2 different meals and I saved one for later, eat one for today and then save the one for tomorrow. But this is just too much.
And you didn't see it because I cut it out, but he placed another order. He literally placed and paid for a mobile order as he was setting all of this up. At this point, I am actually impressed that this guy is still alive. His heart must be the strongest machine on the planet.
It's not enough grease. You guys, I'm so upset about my onion rings. Like, I'm trying to be a brave face for you. This is why I'm not overweight. It's because I avoid soft drinks. I avoid sweets and sugars. I mean, I am overweight, but I'm not like 1,000 pounds.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to look at that. I'm not 1,000 pounds, so the fact that my blood is literal grease at this point is irrelevant.
And this wasn't even that much food to back here, get my onion rings, and film another video for my patrons.
901. That's how many people pay at least $8 a month to watch this man eat fucking onion rings. That is $7,208. Assuming all of his patrons are subscribed at the lowest tier, it's probably over $10,000. Let me repeat that. This guy makes more than 66% of Americans do on Patreon alone for eating fucking onion rings. I think I've had enough.
So I did a little research. So according to Graphtreon, I'll leave the I'll leave the screenshot on the video when I edit this. So according to Graphtreon, his adult video rank was 65th, and at the time his Patreon was 901. Let's just say 900 because these two zeros are easy to multiply. So 900. According to this, so he wasn't kidding. So like I said, I'll leave the screenshots up there. $8 a month, his lowest subscription. $16 all access Patreon, and that's for personal life updates, behind the scenes footage. $24 a month is the VIP Patreon, and this is special vlogs, live streams, extra behind the scenes content. So let's plug that into the calculator, shall we? So let's see, 24 times 900, $21,600 times 12, 259,200. This guy on Patreon alone, just by doing the stuff he does, is making the top 5%, 10 to 5% of the yearly income. This guy can survive off of Patreon. This guy can live off of YouTube alone. He, on his first channel, has about 3 million subscribers. Second channel, 800,000. Third channel, another million subscribers. Combine all that together, 3 million, 800,000, 1 million, 4.8 or almost 5 million subscribers. His videos are almost an hour long, like 45-50 minutes to an hour, and he gets a lot of ad revenue. He's making a lot of money for doing the stuff he does, for eating just food alone. That's insane.
Take me away.
A big thank you to my patrons for supporting this video, and a bigger thank you to my new executive producer, Leslie Jeppesen.
Now, to have your name listed as an executive producer, you have to subscribe to his $300 a month Patreon membership. Leslie, I hope you contact a financial advisor and a therapist sooner than later.
I want to interview that guy, Leslie Jeppesen. I don't know what he was thinking to be his executive producer, and he's paying to be an executive producer, not getting paid to be an executive producer. That's just sad. Let me just skip a little bit up here.
I'm a place of truth. And you want to know why? It's because I have a great metabolism, I drink a gallon of water a day, and I eat a lot of vegetables. It should not be packing on this thick, but it is!
Yeah, that sure is a real mystery. What could possibly be the explanation of your body not being able to keep up with eating 10,000 calories a day of processed shit just because you drink some water?
And that's another thing. I think his metabolism used to be pretty good when he was even 2-3 years ago, but your body, like I said, can only handle so many calories at a time. You know, so it's just really, really bad. I feel like if he just cut down, like back down to just 2,000, 3,000 calories, and just started just working out, right? Like not even like hardcore, not like the 2-3 hour workouts, just like ride a bike or go for a walk or something. He would drop the weight very fast. It would take still maybe a couple years, but he will gradually, you'll start to notice his weight loss.
So we're gonna do 580 times 4. That's 2,320. Oh, that's not that many calories.
The average American calorie intake is about 2,000 to 2,500. That alone is about, per take, just a whole day's worth of eating. This is why he gains so much weight over time. Is because he's consuming 7, 8, 9, 10,000 calories plus.
There's 2,000 calories in these 4 packs of noodles.
Total, yeah.
Let's do more.
The sheer amount of times I've had to hear this man shit himself into my ears during the creation of this video feels like a violation of my rights.
Shh! Don't scream at me! Or that's disrespectful!
Get out of here!
Don't throw shit
Get out of here! Get out of here! You can leave now.
You threw a noodle at me.
You can leave. You can leave. Goodbye.
I feel bad for you, Orlin. I hope Hope you're doing well, man. So we're gonna skip to the last part,
Finale of this.
And I don't know how he was able to watch 3 hours of this. I don't know how he was able to. I mean, we're 10 minutes. Well, we skipped 10 minutes. We probably only watched like 5 or 6 minutes of it. But the first minutes of the video was about August the Duck addressing the video. So we just probably watched 4 minutes of this. I don't know how he went through 180 minutes, 3 hours of this. Much respect to you, August the Duck.
This video. It is now time to analyze. I'm gaining so much weight, and now my clothes don't fit. Buckle up.
No, I've been gaining weight, and I know why. And I just figured out the mystery. It was classified as a medical mystery.
That's an insult to medical people that've been training to be medical professionals for 4, 6, 8, 10 years to say it's a medical mystery. It's not. I know I'm saying the obvious, but it's not. It's an insult.
Shit! Wow. But guess what? I figured out why I'm getting overweight.
Can't make up a lie?
I've been drinking a lot of water lately, and that's why.
You know, at first I kind of thought that this was a joke, but he has literally said this 15 to 20 times over the course of my stay here, so I'm starting to sort of believe that he actually thinks that water is what is making him gain weight.
There was sorry, I know I'm pausing a lot, I'm sorry, but there was a YouTube short I watched of him, and he had to get a brand new scale because I don't think he broke the scale, but I think what happened was he used it so many times, it just wore out. He had to get a different scale that would address more than 700 pounds, I think, and he's like at his heaviest is 400. But I think he had to get a new scale, and you know it's bad when you have to buy a new scale when it barely registers your weight anymore. Like I'm 198, my lowest is 198 right now. I've been losing a little bit of weight, but I cannot imagine being that overweight. Man, it's not good. I mean, I know genetics and body, like their height and their type of body deals with it, but at the same time, you just gotta take good care of yourself. Even just like moderate exercise is better than nothing.
It's your fault. My weight is spiraling.
Let me just reiterate what I said earlier, if I may. 28 years old. 28 years old. Just keep that in mind.
Another thing I want to address though is the fact that here's the thing, when it comes to musical arts, Nikocado Avocado is very, very gifted in that. He's really, really good at the violin. Of all the instruments I wanted to learn how to play was piano, guitar, and violin was third, but so top 3. But I was always not always, but like when I got a little older, when I got to high school, actually at some point in high school, I think it was my sophomore, junior year, I was interested in playing piano. You know, I think it's just a good instrument to learn how to play, almost any instrument, you know. So but I would have liked to learn piano.
I'm going down, down, down like the rain. Down, 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 down.
He's actually a pretty good dancer. That's another thing. He's actually really good at dancing.
I don't know. Come this way. It's too echoey. Let's go.
One of life's greatest mysteries. Why all his weight is going here, but not here. There's nothing there. Or there.
Another thing I want to say, dude, if I ever get like a lot of money from YouTube one day, I'm not gonna lie, I would like to get an apartment like him. He has a beautiful apartment. You know, I guess that's what money gets you, I guess, but you know, I'm jealous of his apartment.
Unfortunately.
You know, Orlin, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
I don't.
How did that hurt you?
I'm gonna skip this part.
Documentary.
Hurry up. Is she gonna lie? Oh my god. I'm gaining weight.
300.
Oh. I'm so surprised you gained weight.
In the other video I watched, which was literally 2 days before this, he weighed 330. He gained 10 pounds in 2 days. This man is literally speedrunning heart failure.
But there's another 5, so it's 285. I weigh 285 once you take out the weight of the bones.
Is this a standard medical procedure to ignore part of the weight of your body to find the weight of your body?
Now we have to take the weight of the water. I just had a gallon of water. How much? Hey Siri, how much does a gallon of water weigh?
Here's what I found from reference.com.
Oh yeah. Another thing I want to address is that if you are looking at your scale, if you're trying to like lose weight, and if you look at your scale, but then you gain like 2-3 pounds, your weight will fluctuate as as you're dieting or as you're losing weight, because it could be because you just recently ate, and drinking a lot of fluids, and that's another thing is that, so don't be discouraged when you see the scale and it says you gain 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds. It could be just because you drink a lot of water, a lot of, and you also ate your meal, which can add a pound or two depending on what you ate. So don't be discouraged by that.
A United States customary gallon of water weighs on average 8.34 pounds.
Okay, goodbye. So then you have to take off another 8 pounds from where were we? 285. So 285 minus 8 is 262. I'm only 262 pounds.
I don't even know how one would reach that number. I went through like every mistake he could have made, and I don't see a logical path to 285 minus 8 equals 262.
I can't die that, and I'm terrible at math, and I don't know how he got that number.
And I'm not going to get too much from here because I'm also going to pair this with some McDonald's because I am the McDonald's king. We have to celebrate my weight loss.
Taking a crap doesn't count as a weight loss. You might have lost a pound or two, sure, but that doesn't really count.
Okay, which one do you want to try? Burger King or McDonald's?
Now in my last video, this is where I poured my heart out, calling all the Nikocado fans to action, to boycott this behavior, to try to make him find some sort of healthiness in his life. But I now realize, after seeing those disgusting Patreon numbers, that they don't care. They think fake crying on a camera is funny, and that a man eating himself to death is entertainment. So, fuck it. But if you enjoyed this,
I'm gonna stop it there, and I wanna, like I said, thank you, August the Duck, for such an entertaining video and such a good message too. But also, I want to talk about, like, carry on to that, is the fact that my stepdad and I talked about it too, and it also comes down to a point of personal responsibility, because Nikocado Avocado, he's a grown man, and he's free to make his own decisions. But the thing is, like, when I first saw him from August the Duck's channel, he was, I was worried about his health. I thought he was gonna die. I thought he was not gonna make 40s or 50s because of that. But he's, you can give him the best advice, but ultimately it has to come from him. And luckily in his recent videos, like in his later videos, he is starting to lose weight, which I'm happy for him. I think because he has a lot of followers, and I don't think his followers, and maybe a few of them, might unsubscribe to him because he is losing weight, which is kind of sad. I don't know why you would want to unsubscribe to someone who lost weight, but everyone has their own taste and their own views. But good for Nikocado Avocado. I'm very happy that he's starting to lose the weight. So, but I'll leave the link in the description below, and go check out August the Duck. He's so funny. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. Yeah, and hopefully wait for the next. Bye guys.